Hello friends, welcome to Pharma Love. This brand new video will deal with megaloblastic anemia. Pathophysiology will be explained in easy manner. So without wasting time, let's get started. First, let us understand what anemia is. According to the definition, it is defined as hemoglobin concentration in blood below the lower limit of normal range for the age and sex of individual. It is defined on the basis of hemoglobin concentration. So let us see the normal hemoglobin range in men and women. Point to remember, for men it is 13.5 to 17.5 gram per deciliter. For women it is 12 to 15.5 gram per deciliter. So in simple words, anemia is a condition in which blood does not have enough healthy red blood cell, as you can see in this picture. Now let us understand our topic, megaloblastic anemia. According to the definition, megaloblastic anemia are disorders caused by impaired DNA synthesis and are characterized by a distinctive abnormality in the hematopoietic precursor in the bone marrow, in which the maturation of the nucleus is delayed relative to that of the cytoplasm. Now, why does this happens? This happens due to underlying defect for the asynchronous maturation of the nucleus, which is defective DNA synthesis due to deficiency of vitamin B12 and folic acid. So if someone has a deficiency of vitamin B12 or folate, we should know the sources. The source of vitamin B12 is animal protein, liver, kidney, heart and muscle, meat, fish, egg, cheese and milk. Whereas for folate, it is green vegetables, fruits, cereal, milk, muscle, liver, kidney and meat. Folate or folic acid is also a vitamin of B complex. Let us see the pathophysiology in detail. We must first understand the function of vitamin B12 and folate. Uh, Vitamin B12 and folate performs very important role in body's metabolism. So vitamin B12 plays an important role in general cell metabolism, particularly essential for normal hematopoiesis and for maintenance of integrity of the nervous system. Hematopoiesis is the process of formation of blood cells. Vitamin B12 also act as a coenzyme for two main biochemical reaction in the body. First is as methylcobalamin, methyl B12 in the methylation of homocysteine to methionine by methyl tetrahydrofolate. The homocysteine methionine reaction is closely linked to folate metabolism because here we also need methyl tetrahydrofolate for this reaction to continue. When this reaction is impaired, folate metabolism is deranged and result in defective DNA synthesis, which is responsible for megaloblastic maturation. Second important reaction is as adenosylcobalamin in propionate metabolism for conversion of methyl manonyl coenzyme A to succinyl coenzyme A. So this is the reaction. Lack of adenosyl B12 leads to large increase in the level of methyl manonyl CoA and its precursor propionyl CoA. This results in synthesis of certain fatty acid which are incorporated into neuronal lipid. This biological abnormality may contribute to the neurologic complication of vitamin B12 deficiency, which we have learned earlier that it is responsible for the maintenance of integrity of the nervous system. Now let us further see functions of folate. It also plays an essential role in cellular metabolism. It acts as a coenzyme for again two important biochemical reaction in the body involving transfer of one carbon unit and formyl group to various other compounds. This reaction is first is thymidylate synthetase reaction, in which formation of DTMP takes place from DUMP with the help of THF. DTMP is deoxythymidylate monophosphate and DUMP is deoxyuridylate monophosphate. And second reaction is which we have seen in earlier slide, that is methylation of homocysteine to methionine in where tetrahydrofolate is required for this reaction to continue along with vitamin B12. So both vitamins are correlated, and if one is deficient, so the reaction of other vitamin also will get impaired. Biochemical relation. From this image we can easily understand that methyl THF, that is plasma folate, will get converted into THF, that is active form, which is then convert DUMP to DTMP, which is responsible for DNA synthesis. So With the help of methyl vitamin B12, that plasma folate converts into THF. So if one of these is deficient, the reaction of both will get impaired. Also, homocysteine gets converted into methionine with the help of vitamin B12 and also methyl THF. So both are interrelated. Both are important for each other's reaction to get completed. Now continuing, deficiency of folate from any cause results in reduced supply of the coenzyme, that is methylene THF, and thus interferes with the synthesis of DNA that we have seen. Deficiency of vitamin B12 traps folate as its transport form methyl THF, thereby resulting in reduced formation of the active form methylene THF needed for DNA synthesis. This is referred to as methyl folate trap hypothesis. Now we will get into etiology, that is causes of megaloblastic anemia. First and second which we know is vitamin B12 and folate deficiency. So in vitamin B12 there is inadequate dietary intake, example strict vegetarians, or due to malabsorption, that is gastric problems, pernicious anemia, gastrectomy, congenital lack of intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is a glycoprotein produced by parietal cells of the stomach, which is responsible for the absorption of vitamin B12 from the ileum part of the intestine. And again, intestinal causes: Crohn's disease, intestinal blind loop syndrome, fish tapeworm infestation, and then folate deficiency, again due to inadequate dietary intake, example in alcoholics, teenagers, infants, old age, poverty. And malabsorption, celiac disease, tropical sprue, partial gastrectomy, jejunal resection, Crohn's disease, excess demand due to pregnancy, lactation, infancy, pathological malignancy, increased hematopoiesis, chronic exfoliative skin disorder, tuberculosis, rheumatoid arthritis, excessive urinary folate loss, inactive liver disease, and congestive heart failure. Some of the tests are enlisted to know the vitamin B12 deficiency in the body. First is serum vitamin B12 assay, Schilling's test, 24-hour urinary excretion test, and serum enzyme levels. There are many more, but this is just to enlist. Now treatment. Most cases of megaloblastic anemia needs therapy with appropriate vitamin. This includes hydroxycobalamin as intramuscular injection, 1000 microgram for 3 weeks, and oral folic acid 5 mg tablet daily for 4 months. Severely anemic patients in whom a definite deficiency of either vitamin cannot be established with certainty are treated with both vitamins concurrently. So this is it. Let me know if you have any doubt, and thank you for watching.